Star clusters and stardust came together to form what we now know as galaxies. A galaxy is a large system composed of stars, gas, and dust that have come together in space. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way, and it hosts many planetary systems, like the solar system, where Earth is located. Small and large galaxies are distributed throughout the entirety of space, which houses millions upon millions of different galaxies of all shapes and sizes, each with its own millions upon millions of planetary systems. The solar system was formed about 4.5 billion years ago after a cloud of gas and stardust collapsed together, forming our star, the Sun. Little by little, residue material cooled down and compacted together to form planets. Planets are celestial bodies with two movements, rotation and translation. Rotation refers to the turning motion that planets undergo about an imaginary axis. In rotation, different parts of a planet's surface are lit by the sun as they spin, giving birth to night and day. Translation refers to the motion of planets around the star about a path called an orbit. A complete revolution around the sun corresponds to 1 year on the planet. The amount of sunlight reaching the Earth is different at different points on the Earth's orbit, creating what we now know as seasons. Planets can be classified into two groups: interior planets and exterior planets. The interior planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They have a rocky surface with little to no moons. They are located closest to the Sun. The exterior planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They are mainly made of gas and ice, have several moons and ring systems. They are further away from the Sun. The Sun is the closest star to Earth. It is made of gases and minerals and reaches extremely high temperatures, up to 15 million degrees centigrade at some points. It is the most important part of the solar system, holding planets in orbit and providing them with both light and heat. A solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and the Earth, covering the sun and preventing sunlight from reaching certain parts of Earth. The moon is a natural satellite that orbits the Earth. At night, we can see that the moon emits a beautiful pale light, but it doesn't produce light of its own. It rather reflects light from the sun. The moon orbits around the Earth once every 27 1/3 days. The same side of the moon is always facing the Earth. The moon looks differently depending on the point at which it stands in its orbit around the Earth. Each look is associated to a moon phase. There are 4 phases of a moon. These are, in order, new moon, first quarter phase, full moon, and the third quarter phase. A lunar eclipse takes place when Earth comes in between the moon and the sun, preventing the moon from reflecting sunlight. The beginning of the space age was kick-started by the commission of several artificial satellites into orbit. Nowadays, we depend on artificial satellites for many different things, from TV to cellular phone calls to the internet. This proves why science studies are very important. We must take into consideration that as we release more and more artificial satellites into the atmosphere, space junk increases, becoming a potentially dangerous hazard over the long run.